Hi, and welcome back to Field Archaeology 101 Part 2. We have a beautiful day to bring you back to the forest and take a look at on-site salvage dig. We realized that we weren't able to sum it up when we were here before, so we're going to have a little bit of a summary, a couple of new things to pop into your head. We're going to take a break and then we'll go back to actually digging. So let's start with how I used to process the stuff that was coming out of these fire pits. Now if you come on up here real close, you'll see a frame. It's basically a Riker mount. And I used to take material out of fire pits. Like this represents one fire pit. We talked earlier about the bone, two kinds of bone that's coming out of these pits, garbage pits and fire pits. This is fire pit bone. And we talked about shards of flint. And this happens to be a sandstone tempered pottery, very plain, which is so indicative of the Adena culture, always wanting diagnostic material. So we have pottery, we have bone, we have broken knives, and even a drill right here, which is again typical of a well-used fire pit. In this case, here's our drill, and I would say more than likely this was a hearth. This is where they sat, not only talked and socialized, but also did some work around the hearth. So I used to do this, and I graduated from that to another method. I want to show you this. And this is what I recommend now, not only for working on sites in general, but even if you're a field walker, I want you to investigate this. This holds a fire pit. This is from the last time, part 1 of field archaeology. This is the material that came out. Well, here's why I like this. Because you can pull these trays out, they're deep, and you can put bigger rocks in these, and it's very comprehensive. There's a lot of room, and you'd be surprised how much you can put in there. One thing that I want to do with the salvage dig is always have a representative of the debitage, of the flint types that are coming out from around the fire pit. So this is what I recommend right here, and this is what they look like when you order it. Not hard to get. You can order it right offline. I believe Amazon has these things, and gee, I'd say you get it within a week. And I've been using these, and another reason why I recommend this to you, you can stack these 10 high and you can pack them out and they don't collapse. They also are very strong, resistant. You can bang into them, drop them, they don't break. But you know what the problem is with Rikers? It's the glass. My recommendation. So a real quick review of the last time we were here. We found pottery, we found what we thought was a preform. This actually is not a preform. This is a knife. It looked like a final stage preform, but as we looked along the edges on both sides, we noticed retouch and there was wear marks. So we have a knife with a prehistoric break. It's actually rounded off here from years of being in the ground. And then we found some pottery that we called more than likely storage vessel, and these were down near the bottom where the pottery was very thick. And then we found what we thought was pretty exciting last time, and it was the groove of a grooved hammer. No possibilities of this being an axe at all. This is probably a hammer destroyed and broken up from usage. But you can see how you can put the various things in here. The charcoal, we're not doing a carbon 14. The fire bone, we're not doing carbon 14s on it, so we're able just to put it into these troughs. So this is a really good overview of last time we were together with you. So we're going to take a short break, and then we'll take a look at how our siftings from the site are going today. So thanks again for joining us.